Bye.
Okay, bye. I'm Carrie, and I am the producer on the You Move Me spot.
Oh, do you mind? I can see you for the most part. I'm Jon. I'm the creative director of Noravera and the director of the You Move Me TV spot.
I don't know what kind of tone we're going for. Or like, are we going for like we're like experts, or we're just having fun, or?
No, you can be yourself.
Be myself?
Yeah.
No way. Hey, I'm Fraser. I'm a senior editor at Noravera Visuals, and today we're going to be talking about the You Move Me video we did. It's called Teddy on the Move.
You Move Me had some really specific values that they wanted to share through, knowing that every item that a family is moving in the process of their move is of high value.
We had like a group brainstorm where everyone kind of got together, everyone within the company, and just sort of threw out ideas and really bounced ideas off of each other, and it was super. You know, it was great, like, to get everyone involved in a project before you even start. The tagline is, "We move you, not just your boxes."
Yeah, I think
Yeah. Okay. Ideas.
I like that they move more than just your boxes. We should definitely play off of that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we could do something really interesting with like point of view with this, right? Because we're going from like one space to another. We should think of like a really interesting way to use the camera to tell that story with the teddy bear.
Nice. Love it.
Yeah, that's great.
They decided to go with the Teddy on the Move concept, where you follow the teddy bear from the one house that the family is moving from to the other.
Early on, I actually had a lot of trouble writing the script for it because it just didn't feel right. I was trying to tell the story of like a little boy or a little girl who loses their pet teddy bear or like their favorite teddy bear in the middle of a move, and then it was kind of like the story of the child. And it never really felt right. And then one day it just kind of hit me that the story wasn't about the child, it was about the teddy bear. It was like the teddy bear loses his child and gets thrown into this like chaos of all these things are happening and has no idea what's going on and almost feels lost. So the storyboards. Do you want to ask me again? We actually took live photos of the locations once we were pretty sure which ones we would use, and we actually had Carrie kind of pose in the scene with a teddy bear just to really even further visualize it. So instead of illustrating a storyboard, we actually did it with photographs and did it in the actual location, so it was really helpful.
Knowing that we were shooting in two homes that were actually lived in, a big challenge for me was just thinking about the art direction and the set decks. So we had to dress it in a way that looked like they were, in the middle of moving. So, a lot of boxes, but you still needed to have nods within those boxes to a family's personality. And in particular, in the kids' bedroom, we wanted to make sure that we were showing the personality of that child.
Santa come to your house? Yeah. What did he bring you? You're so help me out. I think it's easier to like. Don't film me.
We had, I think, 24 shots in the shot list, and it's a 30-second piece.
We were shooting 3 different locations. The house that the family's moving from, the house that the family's moving to, and then also showing the bear inside the truck as it's like being kind of driven around. So do your best anyway to give him some emotion. Like he's got to look like kind of worried and scared. So it's like hand position or like where he's looking in here, or like maybe hiding a tiny bit. I don't know, but yeah, it's just something to give him a little bit of a personality.
Puppeteer him for?
So there was a lot of effort going into that first, or that only shoot day. So when it actually came down to putting the schedule together, we realized that it would probably be impossible without doing a splinter unit. So that's when we brought in the other separate crew that would be doing all of the scenes on the truck.
How's that? Is that perfect?
That's pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good or perfect?
Yeah, it looks good.
Perfect.
Well, come take a look.
We don't strive for pretty good.
They set up the truck with like all the moving boxes and lit it really nicely and shot these scenes of the bear kind of like sitting lonely in the truck by itself while our project coordinator Sarah like jumping on the side of the truck to shake the truck to make it feel like it's driving. Even early on in the production, I really wanted to get a shot feeling like the camera and the audience itself are like with the bear while it's being traveled around inside this box. Our DOP Dan came up with something that we coined the Teddy Rig 4000. Long wooden, I think it was like a 2x4 with some camera rails on it and a camera mount so that it could go straight into a box and get attached to it. And then for the bear itself, we just had to place him in there, but it had to look like he was holding onto the edge, obviously with no hands or anything. We ended up just like taping him like shackles to the front of the box.
Put a piece of tape over his nose onto the box. You can't see it, right? Yeah. Just like tape his nose where you want it.
See that? Nope. Perfect. We did some camera tests and ended up going with a slightly overcranked frame rate. So we shot everything at 30 frames per second. And once that's played back at 24 frames, it ends up being slightly slower than reality. So it's like, it gives you a feeling, almost like a dreamlike feeling, where it's like you're watching it and it doesn't feel like slow motion, but it's just slower than the way it should be. So it really gives everything kind of like almost like an underwater feeling. So right now we're in post-production, we're cutting it together. Fraser, our editor, is doing an awesome job.
And it was really neat because I came back from my elongated Christmas break, and the footage was on my desk ready to go, and immediately started doing a rough draft. So I was just going through the different takes, lining them up, and it was really cool to see it from brainstorm to actual footage in like less than, I'd say, 3 weeks. Early on, I brought Jon in so we could take a look at the takes for each scene and what scenes that we wanted to bring in and what clips were the best. I want to be more fun, but I feel like with the camera, I just go into like Apple explaining mode, like this is what we did and this is why we did it, and like just super serious.
Generally, when we have a storyboard so fleshed out in the pre-production stage, it does make that post-production flow a lot quicker.
I like the style of video because it's actually low on effects and low on complicated editorial. It's more just editing by feel. So once we got something that flowed really nicely and the timing felt right, that's almost like 90% of the work in terms of building the edit. So we kind of just wanted some sound effects that would complement to the edit. And so the one spot that we knew that definitely we wanted some sound effects was the truck.
Sending that first version is always like a moment of like, oh gosh. You're sending your baby off and hoping that what you put together is something that the client is going to be as excited about as we are. I was really impressed with the final result. The client is really, really happy, and I can't wait to see it on TV and across North America, which is huge. So it's been a really rewarding project to work on as a producer, and I'm really impressed with everybody's work up to this point.
It's always nice to see a commercial that you direct play on a TV somewhere when you're out in the world. You just, you're at the gym or at a restaurant, you see it playing on a TV. It's a cool feeling.
Oh my God. That's so cool.
Cool. Done.
Yeah, sweet, okay.
Thanks, Jon.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
We done?
That's it, yeah.
Woo!